Welcome to the GreenUp Academy podcast with Alex Kirby, where we focus on helping you level up your green industry business. Whether it's marketing, finance, employees, or strategy, we talk about everything on this show to help you apply it to your business and change your family and company's future for decades to come. Here's your host, Alex Kirby.
What's going on, everybody? This is Alex from the GreenUp podcast, a official new podcast that we rebranded to be green industry focused. We're going to be doing a few episodes here. We've got a room full of guys. If you're watching on camera, we've got a room full of guys. No offense, girls. There's not girls here. It's not just like guys. There's actually guys over here. By the way, did y'all see any female like girls at Equip today, like that own a business besides, was Beck the Beast there? She was there today? Beck the Beast is tight. Spouses? Doesn't count, Jake. You have a spouse?
I'm 18.
Jake's 18. Jake, I got married at 23.
I got a girlfriend,
Okay. What's her name? Shout out. Annalise. Jake the lawn care kid. Jake, you're not the lawn care kid because there's already a Jake's lawn care kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyways, I'm with Sam Badgett today. Badgett, not Paget.
Badgett.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I know a guy I went to high school with named Sam Badgett, and it always throws me off my phone when you text me because I'm like, I haven't talked to that guy in 10 years. So I'm always nervous that it's not him. Sam, we're doing quick episodes here. We're here at our Airbnb house at Equip. It's pretty sweet, by the way. But a little bit, just tell people you've got a pretty cool story. You're how old, your favorite baseball team, and tell us about your company in 45 seconds.
23 years old, favorite baseball team, Boston Red Sox.
Water bottle.
I'm
I'm a Braves fan.
Started the business 2017 with Joseph, who's in the room.
Yeah.
Split ways. Just been growing the
Split ways, Joseph.
We were partners. Okay, whatever.
Sounds a little
I
personal.
drove everywhere. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Went separate ways.
Went separate ways, and then did it like part-time through high school, part-time through college till COVID hit, dropped out of college.
Where'd you go to college?
Chat tech.
Chat tech.
Like bum school. Like I couldn't get into anything else.
I wasn't gonna say it, but you did.
Yeah. I don't care. I dropped out. So,
It was a good decision.
yeah, it was.
We'll get to that in a second.
Dropped out, and then we've been growing the last couple of years.
1 point what
1
projection this year?
3. So
10 guys ish.
around that. Yeah.
Solid. So I wanted to talk to you about, because you have a different philosophy, and probably a lot of guys that are listening to this in the room don't know this. You are pretty, I don't want to say narrow, but you're pretty focused on a certain customer. Explain why that is, because one of the things we talked about tonight for people listening is how to add services to grow your company, but you've sort of been really like focused for a while before you did that. Explain like your perfect customer and why that's been such a good fit for you up to this point.
I think really more of the high-end customer who's willing to like pay for the service and is not necessarily focused on price, to focus on the quality. We're communicating really well. We're showing up when we say we're going to show up. We're providing a very high-quality product. I think that's been our biggest thing. And if it's from maintenance to cleanups to installs, we don't do too much maintenance anymore. It's more of the cleanups, and we're just known in our area for cleanups.
But it took a lot of discipline to do that, because at your young age, you're 23, right?
Yep.
At a young age, it's hard to say, okay, we're not going to chase the revenue, but we're going to chase the customer. If that makes, and that, would you agree?
Yeah.
That's what you did?
Mm-hmm.
What made you, and this is like a real question, what made you trust the process on that?
I just think it was like, I don't know. It was that, I would say, like, it was trusting in God's plan for what we wanted to do.
I'm into that.
I think that was really the biggest thing, of realizing like I had this vision of we want to offer a really high quality product. I knew where we wanted to go and had that, and just really trusted in the process and his plan.
I think that's important. I that's a great answer. I think that obviously God in his direction is the most important direction, because if you go his direction, you won't fall off the path. But number two is, I just think it's important for people listening, watching, whatever, as we were talking about in our big group setting today, is like trusting that you see the vision for where you're going and not chasing this call and that customer and that HOA and the new thing around the corner. And I think it's interesting that you've done that. Talk about, like, quickly, because we're not doing these short episodes, not quickly, but We're doing it fast. What has been the biggest challenge and the biggest blessing so far in business in 4 or 5 years you've been in business now?
Biggest challenge?
Yeah. Employees.
Yeah, employees. That's the biggest thing.
Tell me a horror story.
Horror story?
I love it. It's Halloween time. Let me hear it.
I'm trying to think. I mean, you've had guys fall on chainsaws before, and that's stuff like that. That's real horror.
While they were running?
Oh, yeah.
Stitches? Or
like
saved by grace of God?
Like,
oh my God, I didn't expect that.
Cut pretty good through the leg.
How many? What happened?
Got way too close to the person who was cutting. Walked right in front of him, tripped, fell right on it.
Does he still work for you?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
So what happened? He filed a workers' comp claim, or
he was. Yeah, that's really it. Just went to workers' comp.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pain.
I had my first case of workers' comp this last summer, and it was a guy who faked it. So he and his my crew leader. He was a crew leader, and his crew guy. It's a true story. And if you're listening, I'm not going to say your name, so it's okay. We're calling Bob. Bob was mowing his first lawn of the day, and apparently I found out later he was hungover, so he didn't want to work that day. And he fell, like a fence where you open it and there's a gate lock, He fell off the mower onto the gate lock and hurt his rib. And he didn't know that customer had a camera setting. So I called said customer and said, hey, can you give me the footage of your house today? Couldn't see anything that happened. He went to file workers' comp that day. He never got it through. I fired him the week after and never heard from him again. But workers' comp scares me to death. And if you don't have workers' comp, if you don't know what that is, you need to get workers' comp, because if someone gets hurt working for you, you need to have workers' comp so they can get their money paid from workers' comp and not from you, or sue you for not having workers' comp. That also happens. I also got audited. Let me keep going on the workers' comp thing. I got sued. I got audited by workers' comp one time. They always try to give you extra fees. They'll be like, oh, you didn't pay enough in. I'm like, that's your problem. You didn't charge me. So anyone ever has that happen, just push back a little bit. Yeah. But okay, chainsaw happened.
That's been difficult, and I would say get back to the workers' comp thing, same thing. Got audited for $20,000 this year.
You did?
Yeah.
I just did an audit story, and then you got hit with an audit?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We got it down to $9,000, but
because you pushed it back, and it's I think it's fake. They just go, oh, you didn't pay enough, and they have no reason. Yeah. That's the worst. I had to pay about $9,000 one time. I threatened to sue. It didn't work, but hopefully, workers' comp sucks. Okay, so one final kind of question. How, at your age, because you're 23, you probably face opposition and pushback from some clients who are treat you a little bit differently because you're selling some service. They're dude, you're 23, bro. And then when you hire people who are older than you, is there a tip or a thing? Is there anything you say to them to or is it because you have this voluptuous beard and it just makes you look? I think the beard
does a lot of work.
32 and you're not 23.
Yeah. I think
it's the beard for sure.
Most beard accounts for a lot of it.
Me too. Me too.
I think for an employee standpoint, is having them buy into our mission, into our core values, and just see there is a future.
What are your core values?
It's we over me, integrity, world-class service, and attention to detail.
Okay, we're gonna end on this because I bet you 90% of people listening don't have a mission statement or core values. What made you come up with those, and how do they affect your business? So I'll tell you, for Trifecta, we implemented it a couple years ago, and I always said our core values are a filter that every decision, action, and reaction should be filtered through. So that was a little phrase we said. If you think you're going to do something, think if it's a core value. If you're not going to do something, see if it fits the core values. What made you decide to do that?
So really, it was about 18 months ago, I joined a consulting group, and that's really where it started from, building that team culture. Because the hard part was I was working in the business plus doing all the quotes, and I was in the field all day. So building that culture so that we could hire the right people into the right places. We just sat down as a team, and really I had everybody do the SWOT analysis. So we just break everything down. Everybody came up with their own core values. We came together, wrote them down into more description, and just that's the ones we ended up with.
Dude, that's so great. SWOT analysis is strengths, weaknesses.
Strength, weaknesses.
Oh, gosh. Help me, someone. threats,
Yes, there you go.
opportunities.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, we do it every quarter.
we're going every quarter. I do it every week. Oh, I'm just kidding. That's good. Sam, that's great. So let me kind of last thing as we're blitzing these. What would you say you're most looking forward to over the next 12 months in your business? I'm asking you this so that people listening hopefully will apply what you're thinking for themselves. What are you most looking forward to?
I think really just growing our brand and what we have to offer, like on the hardscape side. Yes. Building that and being able to help offer like clients that outdoor living experience that they've always wanted. I think that's a cool thing we've gotten into this year, and we've transformed some backyards that were like just plain dirt and like their dogs had torn up all the grass to like places that they'll be proud to invite people over to and like showcase. I mean, there's one street we've done in one of the cities in our area, and I mean, by the end of the year, we'll have spent at least 2 months just in that neighborhood and work.
Wow.
And it's because of word of mouth, seeing our trucks. It's just keeps going around and around.
The wheel method, which means as long as you keep someone in the wheel and you're around them enough, then they'll never leave, and you'll get more people to join the wheel. That's so good. Sam, my man, thank you for being on the show. We're doing quick ones. Appreciate you, dog. Sam Badgett, make sure you hit him up. Southern Standard Landscaping. What's the handle on IG? I should know that.
Southern Standard Landscaping. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Hit him up there. Sam's out of Georgia, and we're here at Equip Expo 2023. You guys, thank you for being, listening to the GreenUp podcast. This is Sam Badgett. We are going to go to the next one. We'll talk to you guys next time.